These punches coming from every angle. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Martinez in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, it was like...
Let's get it started in round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Insane action. The jab not finding its target. Oh, Brock seeing cobwebs. It somehow weathered the... Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from? What?
1, 2, 3, 4. Come to me.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes in close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in a round.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Martinez in that last round. Let's see how the... There's the bell to start round 4. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Can't score with that jab. The jab not finding its target. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Unlucky to miss with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. talk about Martinez in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute...
I love that.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Oh no, Carl Froch got caught. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Well, if their intention is to anger the opponent, I think it's going to work. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Martinez in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them. Finally. And there's the bell to start round 6. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good job stopping that uppercut. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Can't score with that hook again. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Trying to land that jab. That's not legal. Nope, that jab not going to score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Martinez in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace.
And there's the bell for round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see. And finally, Carl Froch goes down. A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
You're right.
1, 2, 3, 4. continue.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Just missed with that hook. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Talk about Froch in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
Can make or break a fighter.
You're better than this, kid. Go back out there and win.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe, breathe. Just get your breath back.
Back, and then we go again. Right, let's get out there.
Doing, the gaps will appear. Stay focused. Don't let him back in.
Just take the round off, win the round on your jab, and breathe when you're stepping around. Come on, you've let him back into the fight. You're much better than this guy. You're much better. He's
Body shots in there. Buries up a little bit so we can't figure you out. Great work.
together and put it back on him in this round.
Don't want to, straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work.
Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are right.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Both men step back for just a moment. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. So the judges